get it. Yeah. Oh, I'm back. I took a little while, I had to get my mind together, had to refocus. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like these last 7 months of being stuck in the house haven't got to me. Oh, it got to me, but I'm back on it. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this new beat? Woo! Don killed this. I'm about to rap. But let's get right into it. Let's get busy. So first off, hope everybody had a good Friendsgiving. I'm not about to say Happy Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving's actually a trash holiday if you really read about it. So we're gonna say Friendsgiving, got some food in you. I hope you threw that food away by now too. I know how niggas will sit around and keep some turkey and ham for what feels like 2 weeks. Nah, man, don't do that, man. They said that gets people sick a lot. I had to look that up. I looked it up on the FDA's website. Don't do that. I tossed mine on Monday. And even then, I had it Sunday. I had some turkey Sunday. And I was like, man, I don't want this. Getting Chinese food. Yeah, Monday I tossed it. But I want to get right to it. I want to get right busy. You know what I mean? I don't really like talking, having long intros. So, Spotify did their 2020 recap. And not like, oh, you listen to Spotify, so here's, what you were listening to on Spotify all year. No. I'm talking about for the artists. Yes. You artists. You sneaky indie artists on the same level as me. You think you're slick. We see you posting your numbers. We see those numbers. And one of these things is not like the other. Some of these numbers not adding up. So you're posting this and you're having astronomical numbers. You're doing 800,000 streams. Fam. I follow you. I see your engagement. I see what you post. You're not clearing that many streams. You're not clearing 200,000 streams. I follow you. I know you. Look, man, if you pay for your little playlist and services, we understand. I'm not going to knock you. Do you, bro? Bro? I'm not going to name the services, but you see they sponsored ads going across your timeline. You probably had them in your DMs. You acted on them. I know you do. I see it in your numbers. But look, I'm going to let you live. I'm going to let you breathe. Because those numbers are superficial. You paid for your playlist and you got your plays like they said they were going to do, because there's no real way anybody can guarantee you 10,000 plays. Nobody can guarantee you 50,000 organic plays because you paid them $200. How would they guarantee you 50,000 plays? Rap Caviar and Lyrical Lemonade don't even come at you telling you they guarantee you X amount of plays. But Joe Schmo's company can guarantee it. So you paid it. Over and over and over. Fam, it's nasty out here in these streets. But look, I hope when you go look at your stat numbers and you see those numbers and you paid for 50 and hopefully you got 50, maybe a little more. I hope when you saw those numbers that you paid for, I hope it made you feel warm inside. You're only cheating yourself and these people who don't know nothing. But I ain't here to rant on paying for playlisting again. It's just it's nothing to brag about. I saw my numbers, I looked at mine, and it makes you think, because I pay all this money for social media campaigns. I'm paying to run ads on Instagram. I'm paying to run the sponsored posts on Facebook. I'm going to Google Ads and I'm running the skippable ads before videos, mid videos, and then you see the streaming numbers this is just for Spotify, by the way. This is just for Spotify. And then you see the streaming numbers, because it said for me over the course of a year it was 77 0.3 thousand streams over the course of 365 days or whenever their year to year end starts and ends. And you're looking at that, and then you go, and then so I go to DistroKid. I'm like, bet. I go to bank, boom, and then I break it down by store because I'm like, okay, you're telling me I have 77, with the streams, and I go over here, and I'm trying to do the math with a calculator. Like, okay, if streams are this much, and they're saying I got that much in a year, and I haven't withdrew any money from DistroKid, so I'm like, I'm trying to do the math, and I'm like, this math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing. That's why I want to encourage people to either buy the music from indie artists that you like directly from iTunes instead of streaming it. If they have a Bandcamp, go and buy that album, whether it's $7 or $20, because that purchase will mean so much more to artists like myself. If you just go and buy it instead of streaming it, because I get it, you love the music. You love it. And you just want to stream it. And you're like, well, if I can stream it on whichever platform I want, why should I go and pay those whole dollars to purchase it, to own it? You should do it because artists like myself who are on this grind, trying to come up and not even trying to be famous, just trying to make some money, with this craft that we take weeks, that we take months to put together, to write, to put together, to finance. And it's just like, damn, you don't want to take it off of the big streaming platforms because you want it as accessible to everybody as it can be. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you do really just love Apple Music or Spotify or whatever, I don't want you to be like, well, damn, I guess I can't hear Charlie Rose's new music. I don't ever want that to be a thing because I want you to have access to the music with as little hassle as possible. And I can say, yeah, if you buy it off Bandcamp, you go download a Bandcamp app and then you can play it on Bandcamp app when you bought it on Bandcamp, but maybe you don't want to do all that with the juggling of the apps. So I just want people to think about it. I'm not saying like, yo, go buy like, the top selling. It's just indie artists you really like, who you might come across on Instagram from a sponsored ad, from however you come across them. Just when they put out a new project, just think, hey, if I have the $7, why not just go ahead and buy it off Google Play? Why not just go ahead and just buy it in iTunes or the Bandcamp? Just think about that, It would mean so much. It'd be so much more beneficial than saying I streamed it 400 times. Because guess what? I'm still going to make more money if you go and just pay $5 for it and stream it forever than I'm going to make if you just stream it 1,000 times. That's just what it is. Whole dollars are going to be better than the streaming dollars. And there's been another, I was seeing artists talk about this podcast. We're going to be real artist heavy, and then we're probably going to get into, I do want to talk about games because Cyberpunk is coming out, but right now I'm going to really talk about artists. There's been a debate going on where the artists, it's about rollouts. Rollouts are, okay, my album, Midnight Summer's Dream, Jesus, I got like 7 of my albums confused. Midnight Gospel 3 is coming out, and what should an artist do leading up to that album, and how long should an artist promote said project before moving on to the next one? And that's a conversation that's been going on Twitter that I've been entertaining. A lot of good, music conversations happen on Twitter. And the answer that a very popular journalist gave was, hey, things have changed now. Everything's digital. Everything is consume it quick. The attention span of the listener isn't that long. And he said before, artists would have like 3 months of rolling out, of 3 months to roll out a single, a video, see what works and roll that out and then drop it. And then they would let the album live and promote the album with tours and concerts for a year, 2 years before a new one will come out. But nowadays, that's just completely gone out the window. Nowadays, it's, hey, man, support this album as long as you see fit and then start working on your next one. There's no real guidelines. And, I was reading the conversation and I was like, yo, you know what I mean? It's true. It's true, because a lot of people are asking for what should I do? What should I do? But when the digital era, it's out the window. It's gone. Before, there wasn't that many outlets. You would go, you had the CD store in town. You went to that. I would go to On Q, or we would go to FYE and overpay, and it was the CD. And then you didn't even really see artists like that back in the day, early 2000s, 90s, early 2000s. Social media changed everything. And then being able to record and mix and master like you can do now changes everything. And so I'm gonna tell you what I do. I probably said it before, and I said it in the thread. I was like, well, I don't really do long lead ups to projects because, like you said, I mean, attention spans. If I tell you, yo, it's coming in 3 months, number one, I don't want to spend 2-3 months telling you something is coming. Something is coming. I don't want to do that. I want to do a couple weeks. I'm going to do a couple weeks because I'm impatient, because I'm excited about this body of work I just created. So I'm excited. I want to let it go quick. So I'm trying to give you at least a couple weeks, mainly also because I do want to submit them to Spotify. And so I'm going to upload them anyway. So you're going to get notified anyway. So I might as well let it be known. And then it drops. I make sure I have a video or of some sort of content to go with it on that day. And that might be, it's not even a single anymore. It's just like, what song, number one, I don't really do singles. So it's what song do I like the most on the album? What song did the homies say they really liked? And I do a video for that, best way that I can. Put that out when the album drops, and then I stretch it out, because I'm probably gonna drop, say it has six songs. And then I'm going to mainly do social media marketing, because that's just what I do unless I'm going to open mics. I'm not doing tours. I'm not going to pretend like I'm selling out shows. And so I have 6 songs. So now I'm doing one verse, because an IG video is 50 seconds. So I rap one verse. That's some IG content. The next song I do one verse, the next, subsequent. And then when I do the last song, or whichever order I do it in, I go back. And then I do the second verse for each song, and I do a video for the second verse of each song some other way. So now I've stretched out a 6-song project. I've stretched it out into 12 pieces of video content for IG, social media, all the social media platforms, and then go and do a full video of the whole song for each song. And that might look completely different from and that's going to look different than how the IG videos and Twitter videos looked. You know what I'm saying? So you've stretched out 6 songs to 12 mini performance videos is what I call them, for the gram and, Twitter, whatever. And then you also tacked on 6 more videos, because you did 6 full videos. And videos aren't super expensive, especially if you know somebody who's relatively decent at putting them together. You're not trying to challenge to get video of the year. You're just trying to make something cool with your friends. So do that, man. Don't overthink it. I try not to overthink it. I could stand to have some assistance with, moving the camera around, so it's just not sitting stationary in front of me while I just, make the video. But I enjoy it. I really do. And that was one conversation that I was in on Twitter, it just really spoke to me. And something else that spoke to me was this post by Ill Mind. Ill Mind, the producer. I first heard of Ill Mind on Little Brother. Long time ago. Little Brother did some mixtapes. I thought Ill Mind was one of the dopest producers. I still think he's a very dope producer. But while everybody's sharing their, before I get in that, Russ shared his. Russ had 1 billion streams. 1 billion streams in 2020. If Russ is truly getting 100% or even 80% of, like he says he is, a billy? I ain't even gonna do the math. That's a lot. That's a lot of money, even in streams. Shit, $1 billion? And people be hating on Russ, man. Russ out here getting to the bag. I don't know. He was the only rapper I seen that had that had the stats that said $1 billion. that shit is nuts. It's fucking crazy. But Illmind did a flex. Illmind, he sent this tweet, and it says, "I don't have Spotify Wrapped yet, so for now, I'll just post the stuff I own 100% of. Invest in yourself and sacrifice early. It's gonna suck at first, and you'll be broke. But after a while, it grows like clockwork with consistency, compounding business." And he posted how much money he made in sales. Now, he didn't elaborate if these were just off his sample beat packs that he puts out there, but he dropped the bag. It said total sales $1,364,000 $4,061. I probably fucked that all up. I haven't said a number this big in so long. That's how much it said in sales off the mobile app. 33,800. Buy button 16,357. Then he flexed with another one that said $585,228 between the online store and something else. That right there is a flex. That right there is nuts. He would not have made that money if this was all. If he wouldn't have made that if it was really relying on the streams like that. It wouldn't have happened. The streams just don't pay artists the money. You do all of that work, and then you see all of those plays, and then you see that little bit that artists get. It's crazy. It's highway robbery. It is highway robbery. Yo. We're gonna switch gears. I just wanted to talk about that. I'm jumping back in. I'm jumping back into the swing of things, man. You know, rappers are getting jammed up left and right. Today, I thought it was a joke. You know, I saw it earlier today. My man's put it in the group chat. It was an old picture, and I said, "Yo, that's crazy. You can't be telling the truth." That's all. And so I went, typed in the nigga name. I typed in his name, and it's like Casanova. You know Casanova 2 times? I punch you in his face, motherfucker, I knock your teeth out. You know Casanova? Dropped the Commissary EP? You probably know much of Casanova. The man's is wanted in connection to racketeering case by New York. Ooh. Racketeering? 18 members of the untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation gang charge with racketeering, murder, narcotics, firearms, and fraud. Come on, Cass. Come on, man. He was just talking. What's annoying, what hurts about that, even though Casanova ain't that, he ain't that famous, but it's still like, to do everything that he did, to really be in the streets, to go to prison, to do the time, to get out and to seemingly make it out of that environment. I grew up around environments like that. Making it out is a big deal. To make it out of that environment, it's hard. I get it's hard to just say, "Yo, I can't rock with y'all like that anymore," because them your peoples. They was there for you. They gonna be there for you. They been down. But when you make it out, you have to distance yourself from the people that don't want to change. You can't keep being associated with that. You made it out. You don't have to live that lifestyle no more. I don't know if I'm not saying he did the shit. I ain't saying he had anything to do with it. But the association, you feel me? The association of you still being around said act. I don't know if you was around said of you being associated with these parties puts you in it. And it doesn't matter. What if you wasn't involved, but everybody knows you're affiliated in some way, or you were affiliated in some way. Now something go down. Now your name in the mix. It don't matter how much money. Unless you got Jay-Z money. Now your name is in the mix, and guess what? They're coming for you. They're coming for you too, because you can't just turn your back, say, look, y'all still doing that? Y'all ain't trying to change? I'm out. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm moving to Miami. You can't. You know what I mean? That's hard to do because them your peoples. But at the same time, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen how it happens firsthand when somebody tries to get somewhere, but they just can't let go of that part of their life. They just can't let it go. And the same thing happens. It will get you. It will bring you down. And hopefully it doesn't bring him down. Hopefully he's able to, hopefully he's able to beat it. And then today, and also they say G Herbo is also jammed up, rap weirdly offbeat, similar to Silk the Shock and G Herbo. And they say my man charged in federal fraud involving stolen IDs to use a private jet and some shit. Come on, man. What's wrong with y'all? I know I said I would not get into like celebrity gossip nonsense, but like right now these two things are tying into something else, because it's tying into the idea that G Herbo isn't according to a 14 count indictment. And the thing is, I say that because they were right there. They were the first examples. I seen them. And the thing is, like, no matter what you do, when you grow up in the hood, you're going to be around certain people. You just are. You might I wasn't selling drugs, but I was around a bunch of people that sold drugs. I was friends with a bunch of drug dealers. They were nice guys to me. I'm still friends. They're great guys. But at the same time, when, I left home and went on to do other things, I wasn't going back home. Like, that's me. I didn't go back home. I went back home for very short periods. I would go home for a weekend and I'd be like, look, yeah, y'all go do that. I'm going to go over here and do this. I left. I kept in contact from afar. And when I came back home, it was for short stints, because I knew being here for an extended period of time will only lead to trouble. And you know that. So if you grow up in environments like that and you get the chance to get away and do better, you get a chance to get away from all of that. It's okay to keep in contact from a distance and not go back into that environment where nothing good is going to happen. Because when I would go back home, I would just fall back into this real comfort, this comfort of being around my people, and next thing you know, you start sliding back into old habits, and then somebody say, yo, let's go do X, Y, and Z, and you like, fuck it, let's go. And you know what I mean? Or they go do something, and it's just so easy once you get out. It's so easy to fall back into it because you are back around it. It's difficult. It is. There's some friends I still haven't seen. And I left in 2005. It's 15 years later. Going on 16. There's some friends I still haven't seen in a very long time. And they're still doing the same thing they were doing back in 2005. Like, there has been no evolution. That also happens. You're sitting there seeing yourself evolve. You're going, well, I'm not that young, that teenager. I'm not that young 20-something-year-old anymore. I'm growing up. I'm doing different things. I left that area. I learned more. I want to achieve more. And then you go back home through no fault of their own. You go back home and you still see people years later who are doing the same thing they were doing. They're still in the same place. They still have that same mentality that, y'all was on damn near a decade ago, they're still on that same time. And you're like, yo, what the fuck? Why aren't you trying to, you haven't tried to change this at all? And they're just so cool being stuck in their ways. Like the kid, like the nigga who graduated high school and just won't stop reliving the high school years. Like, my nigga, that was a decade ago. You're not the cool high school senior cool kid anymore, man. Let it go. Let it go. Grow the fuck up. Step out on your own. Build some shit. Achieve something. Just grow up, bro. And like, I'm not saying grow up, be a stiff. I'm just saying stop living like this. You should want to achieve more. I'm rambling. Yo, fuck all that. Cyberpunk 2077 is finally coming out on December 10th. And for the East Coast, it's dropping on December 10th at 7 p.m. Not midnight. Ooh, I love it. I love it. My birthday is on the 11th. Did I say 10th? I lied. I'm sorry. December 9th at 7 p.m. On the East Coast, Cyberpunk is going to unlock to be able to be played. I believe CD Projekt Red said it's going to be able to be pre-downloaded on the 8th. So everybody should be ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take December 10th off. December 11th is the birthday, so you know that's being taken off without a doubt. And, oh, man. My thing with Cyberpunk is it's been hyped up and talked about for so long. So long. Delay after delay after delay. If they do not deliver an amazing product to the fucking T, I know there's no T in amazing, but you get the point. To the T, people are going to lose their minds. People are going to go, this is some shit. This game is terrible. It's no good. Blase, blase, blase. Oh my God, you said 60. This shit dropped to 57 frames per second. CD Projekt Red is terrible. You know, I don't put CD Projekt Red up on a pedestal because I haven't played the Witcher series. I have Witcher 3, but I bullshit you not. I have not played it because I was just, when it came out, I didn't bother when it came out. A couple years later, I downloaded it and I was going to play it. But I didn't want to play another game where the protagonist was a white dude. So I never played it for that one reason. I started it, I got 20 minutes in, and I was just so tired of playing another game where the main character is another white dude. I didn't want to play that. So I was like, I don't want to play this. So I stopped and I went and played like Watch Dogs 2 or any other game where I could create the main character and make him black. So yeah. December 9th, 7 p.m. If you want to rock with it, my character going to be black as asphalt. I can't wait. I'm really excited. The life path choices seem amazing. I think I'm debating if I want to start off as Street Kid or Corpo. Nomad doesn't seem like that's something I want to do. Initially anyway. So for me, it's going to be between starting as a Street Kid or starting in Corpo, you know. I don't know. I might have to do some more thinking, look at some more information regarding them and then make my decision. It'll probably come all the way down to like the game has launched and I'm creating my character. And that's when I'm like, I need to pick one. Just go. I think the game's going to be good. I'm not wanting it to be the greatest thing that's ever been invented, but I do want it to be a solid experience that's not horribly buggy. Looking at you, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you buggy piece of shit. Which is, they patched the game, but they never patched the Sons of Ragnar quest, so I still can't talk to fucking Uber to advance the main story of the game, and it's since it launched, it has just not been patched. So like after a while, I just stopped cutting it on. And then they did the major patch a few days ago, and I'm like, bet, of course they patched it. And I log in, still can't do it. I go to a previous save, go to another previous save, still can't do it. The game just physically cannot be advanced. I mean, I can run around the map doing all the other things, but main story wise, I can't advance in the main plot of the game. So I just stopped playing it. I have the ability to download it again on PC, but I'm like, I'm not starting. Your time is valuable. At this point in the game, I've done a bunch of side stuff, did a bunch of exploration. I have like over 30 hours invested into this game, and I value my time too much to download it again on PC or delete the save and start all the way over and just waste 30 hours. No, patch it, man. It's ridiculous. It should have been the first thing you patched, and they just didn't do it. So yeah, I guess disclaimer, if you were thinking about buying Assassin's Creed Valhalla and you have not pulled the trigger yet, understand that there is a crippling bug that may affect you where you cannot advance the story. If you care about the story, you can literally just get to England, not give a fuck about the main story, and just go around collecting all your collectibles, killing people, leveling up, and never touch the main story. If that's your cup of tea, you just want to be a Viking, do Viking shit, go on some raids, get the game. Do you? If you have PC, I advise you just go ahead, drop $15 on Ubisoft Plus, Ubisoft Connect, whatever the hell it's called. Drop $15 on that. Download Assassin's Creed that way. Play it on PC that way, so you're not dropping a whole $60. And then on top of that, you get access to all of Ubisoft's games, which is what I just did for Immortals Phoenix Rising is going to unlock at midnight on December 3rd. So I went ahead and subscribed to Ubisoft, the Ubisoft program that I just said, their subscription service. And I've already pre-installed Immortals Phoenix because it looks like a cool, like super casual game, which, I go for a nice casual game. And I was definitely not going to pay $60 for it. Like, looking at it, I was like, it looks like it's fun. It looks like a cool, fun game, but I'm not going to spend 60 like American dollars on that. I'm going to drop the 15 on the Ubisoft Connect, and then I'm going to play through it, and then I'm going to probably let the subscription lapse until the DLC comes out, and then I'll redo it, and then that's just how I go about it. Speaking of subscriptions, I need to redo my Final Fantasy 14 subscription. Oh man, speaking of games, let's talk about Godfall. Oh, excuse me. God damn, man. Okay. I know Gearbox themselves did not sit down and make Godfall. I don't understand how motherfuckers come to you with what Godfall has on offer, explain it to you, and you like, okay, yeah, we like that idea. They make it, you play it, you fucking play it. Somebody at Gearbox had to play it. I'm assuming you seen it played, and you go, yeah, this is great, put it, yeah, we're gonna sell it, and then you sell that to humans. I don't understand. I don't understand it, because check this out. I just bought Godfall. I was like, yo, I even saw the reviews, and still I was like, yo, just YOLO. I like a looter. I like me a looter. I'm calling it insane, a glutton for punishment. I like me a looter. As long as it's somewhat competent. Whew. As long as it's somewhat competent, I like a looter. I still play Destiny. I still play Division. Hell, I still boot up Anthem and fly around and shoot some things. Because every now and then I'm like, ooh, I really just want to max out my javelin, for no real reason. I still want to do that. But, all right, the campaign in this game is the worst campaign I have ever played in my life. No exaggeration. You will not play a video game with a campaign that is this fucking bad. Because at the start of the campaign, they don't do anything at all to world build. Absolutely nothing. You learn nothing about the game world. Not a damn thing. Fuck all. Like, they didn't even care. You really don't learn anything about the villain. They just fuck it. He's there. And he's not even there. So let me get. Okay, so the game opens up. You've seen the cinematic. Nigga kick you through a bridge, and that's the villain. Like your brother. Your brother's the big bad villain. He's trying to become a god by doing some ritual shit. He beats you up at the beginning of the game. Boom. Kicks you out. You don't die. Surprise. How'd you not die? We don't know. And so then you end up in some sanctum talking to this AI. Now, game is going to start. This shit just starts. Stop your brother. He cannot become a god. No, stop him. And that's the premise. You have to go through 3 world zones like Earth, Water, and Air Realm. You have to go through those. They didn't even give a fuck about the missions. They didn't even care. I don't know what they cared about. I think they just cared about the fucking weapons. Because it's a lot of different weapons. The weapons look really good. I think that's all they gave a shit about. And so you go and do like, I kid you not, it's like in the Earth realm, I swear to God, I did like 2 missions where you start and it's like, yo, go there, do this. And then you it's not even like a real open world. So why there's this map marker that's telling you where to go, I don't know why the map marker exists. It's linear anyway. Like you're not gonna get lost. So it's like instances. So you drop in this little place. You run through straight. Just fuck it. Just run through everything. Just go straight to the map marker. Hit something. You do that in like 2, maybe 3 missions on the same exact map. It's the same exact map. It doesn't change. And the Earth realm, whichever realm it is, like the Earth realm had its own. It's like one map. They just kind of start you in different positions on it, but when you're running through it, you're like, wait a minute, this is the same fucking map. You just started me on a different spot. And you do like 3 of those missions, and then it's like, wait, you want to do the final boss after you did 3 punk ass missions that were really quick. So it's padded out because at the start of the game, you're like, ooh, I gotta stop and get all these resources along the way so I can unlock the valor plates. So you're padding out the fucking how long these missions are because you're stopping to do a whole lot of looking around for like resources. But that's it. It's 3 stupidly quick missions. Then you do these things called hunts, which are just boss battles. They're literally just boss battles. You start, you beeline past every enemy on the map. Just fucking gun it past them. If they try to get you, do a little dodge. Just fucking gun past every enemy for the hunt. Get to the boss. Beat their ass. You repeat this process about however many times you need till you get 5 or 4 sigils for air, earth, water, whatever. Fight the main boss. Do the tower. Go to the next. Rinse and repeat until you get to the end. Now, mind you, this sounds boring because it is. The combat's kind of fun. It's somewhat engaging. Why you can't stop your attack to do a parry or dodge? It's fucking beyond me. It's 2020. I don't know why I can't cancel my attack to block or dodge like I can do in every other game that's melee based. And speaking of that, it's a melee based game. A lot of the bosses have ranged attacks. A lot of the bosses can just zone you out with fire or lightning. So you get in, you do a couple hits, you start getting a little rhythm going, and they have an arbitrary pushback attack that blows you back off of them, and then they just start zoning you out with all of their attacks, and so you have to wait for that. It's stupid. So mind you, while you're playing through this campaign, they're talking to you about Macros, who is the main villain of the game. The AI thing that you're getting missions, that you're getting these quests from, is talking to you, and your character's talking back to her, and she's going, oh, Macros this, Macros that, and your guy's like, yeah, I gotta stop him. Yeah, oh, he thinks he can stop us. Fam, outside of that initial introduction cinematic, after that initial introduction cinematic, you do not see nor hear from this nigga Macros again. Like, he doesn't do anything in the game. He doesn't speak. He doesn't show up. Nobody speaks about him. It's literally just the AI and your main character And the other, there's only 2 NPCs in this fucking game, and they both stand beside each other, but don't talk. So you have to run between the 2 of them, telling them what the other one, it's stupid. But so you have to stop your brother from ascending to godhood, which is a horrible, horrible thing. He doesn't do a fucking thing the entirety of the game. He just kicked your ass at the start and dipped. And your character's running around talking about, we got to stop Macros. We got to stop him. Oh, it's going to be so bad. He doesn't say a word. He doesn't show up. There ain't another cutscene in the fucking game until you get to the very end and fight him. Which makes it even funnier because you get to the end and you're running towards this nigga. You're running towards him. And you're having a conversation with the AI that's apparently in your head. Like, oh, we backed him into a corner. We backed Macros into a corner. He's got no choice but to fight. And like, I'm thinking like, nigga, he hasn't done shit. He's probably just been here chilling this whole time, not giving a fuck. Cause clearly he hasn't given a fuck because nobody outside of the main character and the AI are even talking about him. Not an enemy, not like, again, like what game does the main villain not do any? Imagine playing Spider-Man, PS4, and Doc Ock never showing up until the very end, and everybody's just like, Doc Ock, and he doesn't show up until the end. Imagine if in Miles Morales, the Tinkerer, you just heard at the very beginning of the game, there was a cinematic with the Tinkerer. She stole some shit. Boom, boom, boom. And then never to be seen again until the very end of the game. And then that's when the next time you see or hear from the Tinkerer again is at the end of the game. And it's like, oh, I'm fighting you, Tinkerer. And it's just like, but where were you this entire time? Like, I don't know. The nigga was just chilling in that tower the whole time doing nothing. And then on my game, I hit him with the final blow. I swear to God, the moment I hit him with the final blow, it just said Godfall. And then credits started rolling. And I was like, wait. His health was almost gone. I hit him with a blow that killed him. The killing blow, I hit him. Bop, hit him. And the credits immediately started rolling. And then what the fuck? So I skipped through the credits because who watches credits? And then it was like, yo, here's the in-game content. Go do this repeatable bullshit. Go do this unlimited tower. Go do this. And I was like, wait a minute. Where was the result? What happened? What happened? I don't know. It's a clusterfuck of a story. And the end game is just go do those hunts that you previously did in the campaign. Do those with some modifiers. Fight another boss, same boss you already fought, and rinse and repeat until you max out your character. That's the end game. Or you could do like a tower that's has unlimited floors, because why not? Why not do an unlimited floors to pad out your end game? But they claim it's not a live service game, which I'm calling bullshit. It was just bad all around. I say wait until it goes free to play or on a crazy deep discount. Do not pay $60. Damn sure don't pay $70 for Godfall. Stay away from it until it's below $30 or free, because that's unacceptable for a AAA game. And before people go, oh, but it's a launch game for the system. Most launch games are bad, yeah. Spider-Man Miles Morales is pretty fucking great. So I don't want to hear that ever again. Spider-Man Miles Morales is great. The Demon's Souls remake looks great. It plays great. I haven't played it, but I have seen it played through. It looks great. You can make good launch titles. They could have made this game much better. It should have been made much better. And I don't understand how you take that, what you gave people, how you can take that through so many steps, how you can take that through so many people who were they made the people who published it made Borderlands. They made Borderlands. They should have been able to say, hey man, the fuck is this? This is not okay. They should have said that. They should have been able to say that. So it's a shame on Gearbox for doing that. It's a goddamn shame. But that's me ranting. That's me ranting. Please do not pick up Godfall. Do not pick it up. I'm going to get more consistent with these podcasts. I took that break, and then, the next one I'm going to come back and I'm going to have a lot more focus. It's going to be really laid out. I just had to take a moment and just really get my head together and get back in the game and understand, where I wanted to take things and what it is that I want to do, because that's a big thing. Sometimes we start doing things without really knowing what it is we want to do, or we don't really have a set plan for how we want to attack it. And falling back like I did really gave me that clarity. And I hope you stick with me on this journey of the Charlie.Rose podcast, because we're going to take the rest of this year and we're going to take 2021 by storm. Quote me on that. And I hope you got your Christmas shopping done, because UPS says the cutoff is December 15th, and the USPS says the cutoff for their deliveries is like the 18th. So if you do not have your orders done, if you order anything close to those dates or after the 15th or the 18th, they're saying they're not going to deliver that shit. So keep that in mind. I just randomly saw that on the news today, thought I'd share it. So I hope everybody enjoys this. Have a good time. Good luck and good night.